guys. I'm sitting out here. It's a beautiful day, and I'm sitting outside in my backyard. And I was just thinking about the closer and closer it gets to my birthday, the more and more I remember my first panic attack. So I decided to share with you guys and have a small chat. I remember I was 17 going on 18. I was just transferring schools, about to graduate. And my friends at the time was acting really standoffish. I don't know if maybe it was me or the fact that I wasn't with my crew every day, but they just wasn't around and including me in things as often as if I was still at the school. And it was a really hard time for me transferring. I didn't really want to transfer schools, but I know I needed to because I wanted to graduate. I was 17, 16, and I just wanted to do my own thing. And it was just time to get serious and buckle down in these books. And let's see, it was a science class. I loved science. I always did. And my teacher at the time was pregnant, and she lost her husband. And she was talking about the heart and heart attacks. And I don't think it was because, sorry for the noise, he passed away, but I don't think it had anything to do with heart issues or anything like that. And I remember us having a great class, and we kind of deviated off of actually science and the heart and just talked about her experience and losing her husband and about to have this upcoming baby. It was really emotional. Sorry about that. So I remember when I got home, my mom made an incredible meal. It was like steak, rice, and beans. And I remember sitting on my bed and digging my feet in the covers and watching TV. And I'm eating the food, and I'm eating, and it's great. And all of a sudden, I don't hear anything. It's like the world stopped. I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't focus. And I'm realizing like I'm about to choke. And I remember telling myself to swallow the food. Like, swallow. What are you doing? And I can feel like the food slowly going down my throat. And not be able to hear anything. Excuse me. Not being able to hear anything, and it was terrifying. I can't even tell you how long it lasted. It could have been a couple of seconds, could have been a minute. It felt like hours, and I wasn't able to breathe. And then all of a sudden, I swallowed, and I was okay. And I was terrified after that. The panic attack didn't happen right after. There was some hours later, because I'm remembering being in bed. This is like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm in the bed, and all of a sudden, I was freaking out. I felt like I was having a heart attack. There's gaps in memory, but I remember telling my mom, like, I need to go to the hospital, Ma, I need to go. And I remember telling her that I feel like I was having a heart attack, and I remember trying to wash up, get myself together, clean, and I'm like, my left arm started going numb. Is it your left arm that when you're having a heart attack that goes numb? But it was my left arm went numb. My heart was beating out of my chest. I wasn't sweating, but I was out of breath. And I felt like I was going to pass out. Like, I wasn't even able to hold myself up. I just kept leaning and grasping over the sink, grabbing the sink, and just trying to breathe. And I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. I have to go. And man, I put on some clothes, and I was looking 16 shades of retarded. You hear me? I was looking crazy. I put on some brown velvet pants. Okay, don't judge me. I was a tomboy back in the day, and I was stunting, okay, on with my velvet pants. That was me being feminine, okay? But yes, I was doing a thing with my velvet pants. And I don't know if I had a t-shirt on or my nightgown, to be honest. And I had Tommy Girls. You remember Tommy Girls back in the day? Some red, black, and white Tommy Girl suede sneakers, I believe. And I threw them bad boys on. And I remember it being like 1 something in the morning. And I'm rushing to the hospital. And I live right up the block from a hospital. And I don't remember my mom either being right next to me or she was right behind me. She was there, guys. I don't remember where. And I remember them checking me out. You know, they doing little tests. They didn't do a heart test. They didn't do an EKG, anything. But, you know, they're checking my heart rate and everything like that. And I remember them telling me, like, nothing was wrong. And I'm like, what do you mean nothing is wrong? I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack. Like, look, I look retarded. Something is wrong. And they was like, no, you know, it sounds like, did they say it sounded like I could have possibly had a panic attack? I'm not sure about that, guys. But I remember vividly, very vividly asking them, so you're telling me it's all in my head, right? So this is all in my head. I remember saying that. And I don't remember the doctor saying yay or nay, but he was like, you know, it sounded like you potentially had a panic attack. And I was like, oh no. And I told my mom, I have to get help. I can't have this again. I can't go through this again. This is not going to happen again. I was like, oh, it was in my head? Okay, then I need to get help. I didn't know exactly what I was going to do. I just know I needed to do something because I was like, this is crazy. And honestly, I felt like I don't want any more problems, especially with the asthma I had growing up. I was like, I can't. I have to get this under control. And I was really terrifying. The whole ordeal was really scary, and it's, you know, it lasted. It was a lingering feeling, you know, like even when I got back home, it's not like the feeling went away. It's like, okay, it's in my head, but you know, I was afraid that I would get that feeling again. That same night, you know, I didn't get another panic attack that night, but I was afraid that I possibly would. So yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking about that, and that was my very first, not my last, but my very first panic attack. So you guys, tell me about your first panic attack. Tell me how that was. Tell me, what do you think caused your panic attack? Let's chat. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of this. Let's just open up some dialogue and see where we can go with this. And hopefully you won't ever have any more. I understand. I've been through it. I know how it feels. I know how you guys feel. But we're going to get through it. We're going to be okay. You don't have to live with just having panic attacks or thinking you have to accept it and it has to be okay. So comment below. Let me know what's going on with the panic attacks. Okay, guys? Talk to you later.